Hello, everyone. You know what it is, right? It is Live with Samara on Mondays at 7. The Samara Keeps It Real Estate. Ask Samara anything. Oh, I see some of you guys logging in already. Fantastic. And yes, I am live on my birthday because real estate never sleeps. And let's be honest, I love this stuff. I can't help it. I love it. So happy birthday to me. For all of you guys who celebrated Mother's Day yesterday, I want to wish you all a very, very happy Mother's Day. For those of you who do not have children, but you love on people in your family on a regular basis, flowers to you as well. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I did. I feel like it just flew by. But life be lifing, right? So here we are doing what I love to do, and I have a lot of questions to tackle. So you guys are doing a great job of getting questions in and actually making sure that I stay on my toes. Some stuff seems to resurface in different variations of the question, which is perfectly normal because sometimes you got to hear it a couple different ways before you start understanding like how it works, right? So I try to hit as much as I can in the 15 minutes that we have together, right? Because I can't keep you guys here all day because I love real estate. You guys all have things to do. But if this information can be useful to you or somebody you know, make sure you share it. But locking in for another episode of Samara Keeps It Real Estate. All things real estate. Ask me anything. Sometimes I get non-real estate related questions and I still answer them. That's okay. But I try to hit the buyer scenarios, the seller scenarios, investor scenarios. I haven't talked much about commercial, but if those questions pop across, which I did have one, which is why I brought that up, we're able to help you with that too. So this is where we have the fun part. First question up. Buyers say, what's the story with the rate debate? Guys, this is definitely a constant. I feel like there's a theme to the never ending what's happening with the rates question. But I know current rates are hovering around that 6.5 to 7%. Yes, they're higher than in 2020, but historically they're actually kind of normal. So I want you guys to kind of start putting these things in the back of your head in terms of what that looks like, because the real focus, and if I haven't said it before, I'm going to say it right now. The real focus should be, what can you afford, right? What does your monthly payment look like when you back into it? Is it the right time for you? So don't get hung up on the rate situation, because I'm going to give you guys statistics. It's going to be like, what? That's a statistic? That's the actual thing? Yeah, it's a thing. I'm going to say it in a minute. And my favorite saying that I've said forever is marry the house, date the rate, because you guys have those refinance options later. And guys, there's so many other things to do to start working through. Hopefully you have a really good agent and team put together as far as your lenders can get creative. If the rate becomes a bigger factor where you can buy down points, you can get concessions, you can do all the things to kind of get you in the house, right? So that is a rate debate. So the buyer who asked me that question is, yes, that's to deal with the rate debate. The question is always like, do I buy a house because the rates are too high? So the quick fact that I got was buyers who waited in 2023 paid more in 2024 because of the raising house prices. Nothing to do with the rates. So keep that in mind when you guys keep thinking that if I wait, it'll get better. It could get worse. I'm not trying to scare you either, but the reality is that I want you to make sure you factor all the different options that are available to you that might cause you to be in a good position to buy or not buy. And one of those key factors is, what can you afford, right? What does your monthly payments look like, and how can you get through that? So there's my buyer question. I hope I answered you, and I see a thumbs up, so I'm glad I got you. Thanks for jumping on and locking in. I love it. All right, seller related, just jump in a little bit. Now this one hits home a little bit, right? The question is, should I stay or should I sell? Now this one I can really be here all day, because the reality of it is that it's gonna come down to understanding your why, right? I'm very big on consult, having a consult with my buyers and my sellers and really get to know them to understand, their motivation to want to move, so we can figure out if we're working with a crunch timeline, or if we have more time on our hands, or if we have the ability to get things up to par to make sure that we are showing in the best light possible, or if we're crunched for time and we have to kind of go as is and pull audible, right? So then we have to look at all of our angles. So I sit with you guys to make sure that you are in the right space to actually determine if you should be selling or if you should be going. A lot of times you kind of have an idea of which way you want to go already. You just kind of need some foundation or some information about what the market is doing to figure out what makes you feel comfortable. The answer to the question really is, if you have equity in your house, you have lots of options right now. Lots of options. I mean, in regards to the fact that the inventory is still low. So if you price correctly, houses are moving pretty quickly, right? And that's a bonus ad for you. But it gives you a great time to kind of look to see if downsizing is the right time for you, if relocating might work for you, if maybe joining that 55 and over community is working, or maybe you want to run away to Malta or some other country because you pulled a whole bunch of equity out of your house. But these are options that are available to you when you have that equity in your house. So you really should explore those options in terms of what fits for what your why is, right? Buyers are more informed and patient, so pricing your house is key. And I've been telling a lot of sellers this. I think we talked about this in the last segment, just really high level, that pricing is a big deal. I know we all think our house is built with these, gold nails and everything's amazing and it's great. Our houses are beautiful. I believe mine is the best house ever, right? So at the same time, we have to price accordingly to the market so that we're not out there trying to help somebody else sell their house faster because we're way overpriced and we're not prepared to be on the market because our house is not showing the way it should be showing. So those are all key factors to keep in mind. And guys, I will hammer this in now into forever. You will always hear me say it. I wrote a book about it, that don't just sell, stage. Okay, now there's different levels of bandwidth in terms of what you can do and what you can't do, but you want to present your best foot forward every time you go to market, whether it's one of my rehab projects or whether it's one of my sellers, if it's my probates, if it's a divorce estate. And those are more interesting to talk about. So I think there might be a whole segment on, dealing with divorced assets, because there's differencing opinions. There's different motivation there. Some people want to help sell it. Some people don't want to help you sell it. So it can be very volatile, but ultimately that all comes down to making sure that we are adequately prepared on the market to do the things that we need to do. So if you think that you might want to know what's entailed in staging, and staging doesn't mean like going out and buying fancy new furniture. It could be working with what you have. We do that really well. We do a walkthrough with our sellers to give them suggestions on what we should be doing. I got, mild OCD, so I'll have like a little honey-do list for the sellers, and we have a shared drive so they can pick things that they want to do. Sometimes they already have their own list in their mind of what they want to do. So there is so many different ways to communicate with my sellers based on what's comfortable for them, and just getting them prepared to get to the market. But the key thing is that I give you my book in case you are like, hey, what do I have to do? And you look through all the things that we do as a real estate agent. Well, I do, not all agents do it, but all the things that we do. You might be so bold as to try it, which is why I designed it. So if you wanted to give it a try, don't miss these things. Don't leave seller tips on the table that can get you more money for your house. And if you look at it and you're like, oh, this is too much stuff, you just hire somebody, hopefully you pick the right one. I know a girl, but that's my thing with sellers. So when you ask the question, should I stay or should I go? I want you to make sure that you really assess what's comfortable for you and your family, what your timing looks like, and really what you want to do, because the options will come down to presenting what you can do, and then you get to pick. And if you decide to list, we get you ready. That's it. The other thing is that don't think that just because you didn't list in the spring that no one's looking at your house, right? So the people that are out looking right now are serious buyers. They're not just looky-loos thinking like, hey, what's that? What's going on? I mean, they're giving up like beach weather. Like they're serious about buying a house. And with the inventory still being low, these buyers are no joke right now. So hopefully that is capturing. I did have a question I didn't want to address. Somebody asked me, is it okay to have a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification? So guys, there is a difference here, and I want to make sure that you guys are very clear that when you're talking to your lenders, you want the one where you are fully vetted, because then when you present that offer, you are a very strong buyer. All right, so keep those things in mind. And I just have too much fun with you guys. I feel like time flies. And I know like people are like, it's your birthday. So meanwhile, while some people are out popping champagne and drinking, or having their cake, but you guys know I can't have cake right now because I'm on the 75 hard. But instead, I want to be here with you guys, giving you the sass, giving you the information, giving you all the education you need to be able to have informed decisions in your real estate endeavors, right? This is what I live for. So thank you for letting me provide that. Oh, I got a happy birthday. Anybody else watching, feel free to drop happy birthday as I'm producing. But thank you for the shout out, Mr. Porter. Love it. So I want to make sure I capture, because my investors are very fun to work with. I have a different variation of investors. I have first-time investors. I have some that have a portfolio with us. I have some who like dip their toe in the game. They have a whole army of people that work with them, and it's a lot of different needs and wants, and some of their questions definitely vary and differ. The question that I have for my investors today is, what is the key factor in investing? So I could be here for a while, guys. There are so many things to consider when you're investing, but I want you to kind of keep something in the back of your mind, is the deal is on the buy, not necessarily on the sale. So I want you to make sure that you guys kind of capture that, because you need to make sure your numbers make sense. And one of the biggest factors for me is the potential outcome of the money that you can make on the property, right? So how much can you get it for? How much can you, oh, another happy birthday. Thank you, guys. How much are you going to get it for? How much do you have to put into it to make it habitable to get to the market, depending on what kind of house you're buying, right? So people get lucky and they have some cosmetic things to fix. Super easy. You want a general contractor that can give you realistic numbers to be able to work into your asset sheets. And the cool part is that there's a lot of different options for you guys. My first time investors over there, like, you think that, you know, you got to have money, deep pockets, you have somebody else who already invests. There's so many different programs now, and a lot of them are coming back that were kind of quiet for a while. We have the DSCR loans. If you guys want questions about that, feel free to reach out to me. I have lenders in my pocket that I work with on a regular basis, and that's where you can actually leverage the asset itself to be able to help you get funded for the program. Sometimes you have to have some skin in the game, good credit, little down payment, but that's when you start getting creative. There's still seller finance options. There's just so many different ways to get into investing that people just don't know about, which I feel like I'm getting more questions on that, which is great, because I'm all for it. I want you guys to know all the things. I want you to be super educated. I want you to be a smart, savvy, real estate minded individuals, and I'm here for it. I want to help you guys get there, which is why I'm here today. And I'm running out of time already, but let's see, I think I answered your question on my investor side. So there's a lot of subject twos coming back too. So if you guys have those questions investor related, if they fly up on my question roll, I'll make sure I address some of those next week, because there are so many different options when it comes to the investors that you can kind of consider, and then you start partnering with some people that are seasoned, and some things you can kind of tackle on your own. But basically, if you're not analyzing the cash flow, you're not investing, you're gambling. So I'm big on making sure you understand your numbers to make sure that you're in a really good place to feel confident in getting your first property, right? Quick fact, in New Jersey, markets like Ocean and Monmouth counties are seeing a rising investor attention due to multi-generational living and affordable housing gaps. Oh, I could be here all day with that one, guys, but I'm down to 30 seconds. But guys, this is so much fun. I love all your questions. You guys are doing an amazing job. Quick recap though, I know when we were going through the buyer stuff, there is absolutely no perfect time. It really comes down to you, right? What works for you. Don't let anybody like bully you into having to make a decision that you have to buy versus rent, that you have to move. No. It is 100% up to you. Don't let anybody move out of your house. When you're ready to move, you're gonna move. When you're ready to buy something, you're gonna buy something. So if you have questions around those things, DM me, call me, email me, all the things. If you're serious about your next real estate transaction, you guys know my number, okay? If you have a move in 2025 that you wanna make, even if you're thinking out before the end of the year, I got you. And guys, it makes me run out of time again. But I absolutely love this. Thank you for all the happy birthday shout outs where you guys were on here. I love it, guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share knowledge on the real estate front, to give to the community, to be able to educate and just be a platform and a sounding board for you guys. So I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Guys, if you haven't checked out the content page, I have this Mondays at 7. I'm going live all the time, quick 15 minutes to give you guys real stuff, no fluff information about real estate. Whatever questions have been logged, whoever's sending me things over, I'm gonna answer them. I will get to them. Some of them require faster answers. Also, check out my YouTube page. There's some pre-stuff that we did that answered a lot of questions. I do Truth Bomb Tuesdays, and if for fun, you feel like watching some of our interviews for Local Love Fridays, check it out. Some of you guys might see me in the morning, so I'm doing the 75 hard, trying to stay focused, right? It's a battle. Again, happy birthday to me. And happy Mother's Day to all of you who celebrated. And I thank you guys again for letting me be a part of your world. And if you like the content, share, like it, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.